Welcome to the Crokinole World Cup out of Budapest, Hungary, a Tier 2 National Crokinole Association event. This is the bronze match between two Hungarian teams, the Fast and Furi20s, Nicky and Árpád versus Mihály and Ádám, the Huszárik boys. This will be a race to 9 points. The first team to hit that goalpost will take the third place spot at this tournament. Now, despite great performances during the semifinal round, both these teams were unsuccessful in their semifinalist matches and are now here for the bronze medal. I believe those are already out on the Furi20s Crokinole YouTube channel, so if you haven't given those a watch already, make sure you do before or after watching this match. Some final practice shots before we start. Nicky on the Fast and Furi20s team will start first, giving the Huszárik boys first hammer. Hammer being with Ádám. Off we go. Nicky coming up short, leaving a backboard opportunity up the left lane for Mihály. Árpád getting a little bit more wax before the match gets rolling any further. Got to make sure we're ready for those proper angle-ins, follow-throughs, etc. As Mihály moves, we see he was successful on that 20 conversion, and Árpád coming up short now. Huszárik Ádám lined up for a potential double opportunity here. The Huszárik boys in great standing with hammer and up a 20. Can certainly afford to play some defense, but again, in very good standing. Ádám able to get one of those discs off, the other demoted to the 10. Árpád suggesting some action off the post for Nicky. Rolls a little bit off on the angle, but in a very nice spot, and Mihály will opt to go for the easier disc further on the board from him. An easy off and leaving Árpád with no option but to shoot up the left side. Able to deal with that disc. Looks like he was trying to catch that post to bounce back, but to no avail. Ádám choosing to deal with the disc between the posts, and a misfire out of Ádám. Open 20 opportunity here for Nicky, and goes long. Still a valid shot, keeping her disc within the 15 region, but could be costly passing up that opportunity. Mihály again opting for that further disc, leaving Árpád very jammed up on his side of the board, having again to shoot through the leftmost side of the pegs, and loses his shooter. I'm not sure if he was trying to bounce back off a post. Ádám with a great defensive shot. Nicely behind the post. Nicky might be able to get to it, going through her own disc. Able to, very nice. I wasn't sure if the lane was there. A little tough with this camera angle to tell, but it was. Mihály considered bringing play to the center, but opts instead to keep play on the outside. Be going for that disc further out in the 10. Blocking up that laneway very nicely for Árpád. Now he can't blast right through. He would risk losing his own. Looks like he'll be cutting in at it from an angle. Now he's got to be careful not to catch a post. And I'm also curious if he'll try to bring it in so that Ádám can't go for that outside one again. Ádám actually will capitalize on a backboard opportunity here. There he is. Very nice. Now up 2 in the cup. I was thinking too much about defense there. Nicky keeping it to only a 120 advantage for the Huszárik boys. Nice open 20 from her. Mihály left in a very similar situation to what he was in the previous shot that he had. Looks like he'll be doing the same thing, just keeping his disc on the outside. Very nice. Now there could be an opportunity for Árpád to angle off the red disc into his own, promoting it further into the 15, maybe even for a 20, and I believe that's what he's lining up for. Not quite, and he doesn't lose the red one either. Huszárik boys still up a 20 and gaining a few more discs on the board. We are down to Nicky's last shot. Now Nikki or Árpád will need something big here, and Árpád suggesting some crazy action off the post, what many would call a circus shot. And Nikki gets some good action, not quite the result that I think Árpád was suggesting, but both discs now, I believe, in the 15 region. That further one might be in the 10, that one closer to the post. I'm not sure if it's touching the line, but probably inconsequential. Mihály able to get a disc off, and also able to roll that disc away so that Árpád isn't left with any 20 opportunities. At this point, to make Ádám have to shoot, Árpád will need a double and a 20. Hits the second disc, not quite able to get it off. Ádám considering his options, and it looks like he will gutter it. Very good choice. If he tried to go through his own and messed it up or hit his own red disc, it would have lost them the round. So very smart choice. We see that nice backboard from Ádám when I was too hung up on defensive strategy. And Nikki with a nice open 20, able to adjust from her earlier mishap. And we see Mihály here. Twice he had almost the exact same situation, and very smart to keep play to the outside. We see this crazy shot that Árpád suggested. I don't think that was a bad suggestion, only because Nikki was down to her last shot, and they needed something big. And Nikki made a good attempt on this. Just got a little messy in the middle there. That can be tough to line up, especially when there's a lot of discs involved. We see that final double attempt, and we go into the second round now. Huszárik boys up 2-0 on the scoreboard. Fast and Furi20s will have hammered this round. Mihály to open up, that 20 just sliding in. We will see now how players have adjusted for their 20s. We didn't see much of a 20s race in the last match. And Nikki going a little bit long. Mihály now with a 20 opportunity up the side. Passes it on to Árpád, who, if he can convert, will bring the game right back to that 20s race. Dang near back to neutral as we're right back to it. Again, both these teams fought in the semifinal rounds, and while they were unsuccessful, great matches. The Fast and Furi20s went head-to-head with the Roaring 20s, and the Roaring 20s moved on to the finals. The Huszárik boys went up against Caram Wood, a team that had just formed at this very tournament, and they have now moved on to the finals. So make sure you watch those matches, and stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to Crokinole to see when that finals match comes out. We are now 7-7 in the 20s Cup. Only one disc for each team in the gutter. And oh, there it is. Árpád comes up short. And as we get further into a 20s race, it can be a lot more costly to miss. So that could be a big mistake there. We'll see if Nikki can get a drop back 20 to get even in the cup again. Not quite. Now, on the upside, Nikki's disc is left in a difficult spot for Mihály to get a clean off. Now, Fast and Fury do have the hammer advantage, so if they can end with two discs on the board, at the very least both in the 10, they'd be able to tie. If even one of those is in the 15, they'll be able to win. All that to say, Mihály needs to make sure he gets this off. I suppose a demotion to at least the 5 region would suffice as well, but off is most preferable, and he is able to do that. Sliding his disc to almost exactly the same spot that the blue disc was in. Árpád considering his options. At this point in the round, he'll either need to get a 20, which it looks like he's pointing out, or to hide his disc somewhere on the board, but I'm not sure how he would get that at this point. My suggestion would be to get the off and try to leave his disc very nicely posted to draw a mistake out of Ádám. And oh, right into a post. That shot will definitely be costly. And that seals the round, I believe. This is the last shot. Nikki with hammer. Not much she can do. Maybe get a 20. Looked like she was going for that posted 20. That was a good attempt, but inconsequential. We see this first backboard from Mishi here. He messed up and opened up the door for Árpád, who was able to balance out the 20s cup again. And then they went into that very aggressive 20s race. And that is the unfortunate thing. Again, if you miss on those like last shot, second last shot, then yeah, you see that mistake from Árpád there where he hit the post. He was going for something pretty aggressive there. Would have been a cross between a follow-through and an angle-in, because he'd have to push through to get that red disc off. So very tough. Huszárik boys now up 4-0. Árpád opening up. Huszárik boys will have hammer. First mistake out of Ádám. And Nikki able to convert. Very nice. Looked like there was a bit of follow-through on that. Mishi coming up short between the posts. But if Árpád can deal with this. And few bounces off the posts. Unfortunate. Ádám now starting the efforts to catch up in the 20s cup. Nikki as well. That disc must be perfectly centered in just the worst spot possible. Mishi now balancing out the 20s cup. Huszárik boys have caught up. With the Huszárik boys having hammer, this is again strong advantage to have now up in the 20s cup. We get back into the 20s race, and Fast and Fury 20s will be hoping for a mistake like that. Mishi coming up short, backboard opportunity for Árpád, lips out. Ádám could follow through, but given his record of playing defense in this match, rolls away a little bit, and that disc is dang near perfectly posted. And I don't think it's in the right spot to go for a posted 20 either. We will see how Nikki decides to approach this shot. Pretty well posted. At the very least, keeps her disc on. I think that's about all she could have done there. Mishi looks like he'll be more than content to keep play on the outside. Not able to get the off, but right now, doesn't matter too much. Huszárik boys do have the hammer. With 2 discs on the board for them, and 1 blue disc on for Fast and Fury 20s. They're still in a good position. They do need to be a little bit careful not to make any mistakes here. But they are set up nicely to take their 3rd consecutive round. Still lots of bullets though, so I'm assuming the situation, if they can control the situation and keep it the same, they'll win. But again, we could see a crazy shot out of Fast and Fury 20s. Ádám bouncing off the post, play still in the center. I'm curious if there's an angle-in opportunity here for Nikki. She'll be taking care of that further disc, the one that's harder for Árpád to deal with. And, right line, just a little bit short. Now, Mishi could deal with that outside disc and leave a backboard for Ádám, but it's not likely that Árpád will leave it. Looks like he'll opt to take care of it himself. Doesn't get the 20, but again, still in great standing. They have 2 discs in the 15. Árpád might have a double here. Gets the single. Ádám now considering his options. I believe Mishi will have the hammer shot. Ádám opts to go for that further disc. Nikki now needs a 20. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So it'll be about finding a way to work with that 1 red disc in the 15, which is in just the worst spot because, again, there's a blue disc right behind it. So Nikki wants to be careful not to lose her own shot in the process. Lose her own disc in the process. players discussing their options. I will apologize. I had to mute the audio. Had some technical difficulties on my end, so I'm not quite sure what they are discussing. Perhaps in my pause, you'll be able to hear what their conversation is, or strategy they're considering. Looks like Adam's giving some pointers. Very, very friendly match here. Yeah. Both teams curious on how Nikki could make a 20 out of this. And I personally am not sure of the best option. I'm not sure if she could go up the right side and go for a follow through to get that red disc to go out a way that doesn't interfere with the blue one. And yeah, she did follow through, but lost her own there. Mishi now, if he just touches that blue disc and doesn't knock it into the 20, the Huszárik boys should be good to take this round, bringing the score 6-0. They do have to be careful. If he bumps that in, it will be a tie. If he accidentally puts the shooter back into the 10 off this and doesn't get the blue out of the 15, it'll be a tie. And oh! A mistake there. Loses his own shooter. Doesn't quite get the blue one off. Leaves it in the 5. We are now 5-1. Fast and Fury 20s have their first point on the board. See Nikki with a very, very near angle in 20 there. Mishi with that unsuccessful attempt on a 20. See Nikki on this last shot, trying to push through. Then we see it was this final shot. Yeah, all he needed to do, if he had just touched it, he would have been good. Tries to slam it through, a costly mistake, which cost him a point. Didn't lose him the round, but again, that could have been a lot worse. Adam shoots first. Fast and Fury 20s will have the hammer of this fourth round, and Nikki with a very nice 20. Having hammer advantage and now up a 20 on the board. Fast and Fury 20s are in good standing, but Árpád loses his shooter. Adam balancing out the cup. Fast and Fury 20s still at an advantage as Nikki keeps the pressure on with an open 20. The Huszárik boys can't really afford to lose this 20s race at this point. Fast and Fury 20s, even that miss there isn't the most costly, although it will depend on whether Adam is able to convert here. Not able to convert. Nikki now with an opportunity to get 2 discs on the board. Or she could go for a touch 20 up the left side. Very nice. Demotes the red disc down to the 5 region. Leaving Árpád nicely set up to start playing some defense on his next turn. Fast and Fury 20s have gained back their 20s advantage. Up 1 in the cup. Mishi, lots of pressure here to get play back to the center. Árpád now looks like he's going to try to roll away to the far side of the post, away from Adam. We'll see if he's able to do so. Or I'm not 100% sure that's what he's lining up for. That's what I would personally do at this point. Again, defensive strategies are really only good for one turn, because as soon as it gets around the board to the other person, they are typically a lot better set up to deal with the situation. Árpád keeping play on the outside. See if Nikki tries to roll out to the fringes of the 15, and oh! Wow! Very nice double. Play away from Mishi here. That was nice. That better be in the replay. Árpád, I'm telling you right now, I haven't watched this through. I want to see that double. Mishi successful with his shot. Árpád kind of considering his options. I don't know if he's tempted by an angle in there. I think the lane is a bit too thin. At the very least, he wants to make sure he doesn't set up Adam here. Cuts in a little bit. Not a gimme opportunity for Adam, but the door is a little bit open now with play back in the 15 region. Now Adam could come up the left side potentially for a touch 20. That could be very tough. I'm not convinced that's there. Or he could go somewhat through the middle there and try for a little bit of follow through, a little bit of an angle in. Got some nice push, but pushes his back outside of the 15. Oh, that did not touch. Not the worst, but that definitely closes down the advantage that Fast and Fury 20s just had. See if they can recuperate. Árpád now. He wants to be careful. He doesn't necessarily want to stay. Oh! Wow! Very nice shot from Árpád, getting that 20s advantage right back, and we're down to our last few bullets now. I'm not sure if this is a hammer shot here, but that was very nice, leaving Mihály almost no opportunity to get a 20 here off the post. Even if he does get it, all Árpád will need is a valid shot. So lots of pressure on Mihály with, even if he is successful, not a high chance that they take this round. Few laughs around the board. Again, I wish I had the audio so I knew what they were talking about. Good attempt from Mihály there, but not quite. And Árpád will be going for a final 20 here. Doesn't get it, but inconsequential. Fast and Fury 20s take their first win, bringing the score 5-3. See this right off the bat. Nikki's fantastic 20. And it looks like, yeah, she hit another one just like it. Very consistent up that left side. And yes, this double. Árpád, my man, playing it back. That was beautiful. Also rolling out just an extra cherry on top of that shot. Now, we did have that mishap from Nikki, but again, she had so many amazing shots there. Yeah, can't really blame her for that one. And this angle in from Árpád here, this in particular, that caught me off guard. I thought he'd go on the defense, but no, that was definitely the right move. Very nice play all around the board. See this replay still going. I think, yeah, this is where Nikki rolled well away. That was great. Took away almost any opportunity for the Huszárik boys to get back in this round. Mihály did make a great attempt. Got the angle off the post just a little bit off. We go into the 5th round now. Nikki opening up. Or was that a practice shot? Okay. Okay, her first official opening shot there. Very nice. Mihály follows suit. Árpád now to shoot. The Huszárik boys do have hammer in this round, so it will depend on who messes up first. And Nikki coming up short, leaving a 20 opportunity here for Mihály. See if he's able to convert and solidify that advantage, which he does. He doesn't get the off, but that could pay out, as Ádám now has a choice between going for a 20 and playing defense. Very nice spot. Looks like Nikki will be forced to shoot through Hogan's alley to get there. Able to make contact, but loses her shooter. Demotes that red disc to the 5, though. Mihály unable to get that off. This is starting to get a little bit interesting. 2 red discs still on. Árpád needs to angle in somehow here. Looks like he'll go for that far one. Probably trying to interfere with that backboard setup. Yeah, he was really powering in because now Ádám has a clean opportunity to gain a strong advantage in the 20s Cup, which he's able to do with the off. Beautiful shot. Nikki has to play on the outside to this shot. It'll be on Árpád to bring play back into the middle. See Mihály taking his time. Opts to hit and stick in that spot. Door is open for Árpád to get in. Can be difficult rolling in from that far out. And oh, wow! Very nice shot. Very nice. Ádám keeping the pressure on, but still. Árpád, at the very least, getting played back to the middle with that beautiful angle in. Taking some extra time, and goes long. Backboard opportunity left here for Ádám. Fast and Furi20s are making some fantastic shots, but the Huszárik boys are just picking away with those small opportunities. Ádám does blast through there, and Nicky with an opportunity to close the gap in the 20s cup. Very nice, and that blue disc left in not a great spot. Now, I'd recommend Mihály just try to tap the blue one from the outside to leave Árpád with a difficult shot, just to drag out play a little bit more, which is what he opts to do. Takes an extra second to get his disc ready. Yeah, he'll be looking to touch. Ideally, he'll want to stay behind the post. I don't think he'll go for the off here necessarily. And, loses his shooter. Árpád now with a chance to even out the 20s cup. And goes long again. That's tough. We'll see if Ádám adjusts from his previous shot. Now, the Huszárik boys do have hammer, and man, I was about to say, could play defense. I keep saying that, but every time. And that was the last shot anyways, so very nice shot from Ádám. Huszárik boys now 7-3 on the scoreboard. They are now 1 round win away from taking the victory and the 3rd place spot at the Crokinole World Cup doubles. See this nice play on the outside from Mihály, but Árpád absolutely undeterred. I was wondering if he'd get in, and he got all the way to the 20. Was an absolutely beautiful shot. And Ádám here, yeah, with the 20s, we're getting a little bit more replay there. He was just keeping the pressure on, which was very nice. Nicky with a shot up the far side. And Ádám with that final 20. That was very, very nice. Mihály opening up this round. Fast and Furi20s will have hammer, but lots of pressure on them. They're down on the scoreboard. And Huszárik boys 1 round away from taking the win in this match. Ádám taking some time with that blue disc in a difficult spot. And man, getting a touch 20. Very nice. Nicky keeping up in the cup. Huszárik boys are up at 20 right now, playing against the hammer, a small but good advantage to have. Mihály will need to make sure he's able to get this disc off. For those of you wondering, I know there's going to be a comment, people asking if that counted as a shot, that disc slipping out. That most certainly, from my view, did not look like a shot, so no need to worry about any fouls there by any means. We're now into a 20s race. Evened out now in the cup, and Mihály coming up short. Now Árpád could go for a 20 here. There's been a lot of offensive play. There was a switch in the earlier rounds, a lot of defense. Players switched to just getting 20s, and I absolutely love to see it. Lots of excitement. Ádám now. Going for the takeoff, and he gets that. I'm curious if he was trying to get a 20 off the post there. Nicky with an opportunity here. Gets it. Beautiful shot. Very, very nice shot from Nicky. Now up in the 20s cup. Fast and Furi20s do have hammer right now, so they are in an advantageous position. A lot more pressure on the Huszárik boys not to miss on their 20s at this point. Fast and Furi20s, if they miss a 20, as long as it's not terribly nicely set up, not the worst mistake to make. So not a lot of pressure for them. Árpád opting to shoot up the left side now on his open 20 shots, which he seems to be having lots of success on. And that's a good change. Like, hey, if 20s aren't working up the middle lane for you, and you've got a better way to approach those, then All the power to you. Árpád with a backboard opportunity now. Very nice. And I don't think there's enough bullets for Ádám and Mihály to get back in this round. So Fast and Fury 20s will be going up. Oh, no, we still do have another shot. Believe Nikki has the last shot. Players taking a second to count their 20s to see who's where on the scoreboard. Yeah, inconsequential on that shot for Nikki. Fast and Fury 20s do take that round, bring the score 7-5, still in favor of the Huszárik boys. But very nice play from Fast and Fury 20s. We saw a lot of very nice touch 20s here. And open 20 opportunities taken advantage of. Again, they were 9-8 in the 20s Cup, so very 20 heavy round. We see that small mistake out of Mihály there that left a backboard for Árpád. I believe he was able to convert on this one. Yeah, there it is. That was very nice. And this, I think this is a highlight shot of the match. These shots here where it's a little bit of angle and a little bit follow through are a lot more difficult than people give credit for. Árpád to open up on this round. Huszárik boys will have hammer. Or, sorry, we are still in the replays. That is my bad. My mistake there, people. Maybe Árpád is the next one to shoot. I'm not sure. But yeah, we saw that final sequence. That pretty much sealed the deal. And there it is, the little animation I'm looking for. I've been using a little vitamin bottle to indicate who has hammer on the sides of my screen. But there we are. Huszárik boys will have hammer in this match. Árpád to open up. Ádám following suit. A little bit more pressure on Fast and Fury 20s not to miss on this initial 20s race. Mihály coming up short. A heavy hanger opportunity. See if Árpád is able to convert. He'll be in the way of the camera, so we will see the results once he scoots back over. Unable to get it. That is unfortunate. Ádám now with an opportunity to get 2 discs on the board for the Huszárik boys. 2 discs in the 15. Still early on in the round, but this is a good place for the Huszárik boys to be in. Most ideally, they'll want to get a 20 at some point, but if they can keep this situation, they will be in good standing. Nikki leaving her disc in a difficult spot for Mihály. I'm hoping he has a lane past that post. He does. That looked very thin. So nice shot from Mihály there. We'll see what Árpád goes for. I'm curious if there's a double at all. Nice shot. Unfortunately, leaves Ádám a backboard. If he had pushed a little bit further, that would have been perfect. Ádám not quite able to convert. Nikki would be best off unless she sees a really nice 20 opportunity here to get to the outside. Hey, that works. I don't think that's exactly what she was lining up for, but hey, Mihály doesn't have any opportunities here. Árpád will be content to keep play on the outside. And Ádám now, pressure on him to carve in. See if he gets this angle. And goes a little bit far at the very least. Mihály will have something to work with on his next shot. And oh! Nikki loses her shooter. Mihály with an opportunity to even out the cup, which he does. And we are right back to an open board. Not many bullets left. Árpád coming up short. Ádám taking full advantage of the opportunity. Huszárik boys now with hammer up a 20. Not many bullets left. Could this be it? Unrelenting with the 20s here. Fast and Fury 20s have nothing to do but keep up and hope for a mistake. Ádám gives it. Oh, Nikki. Lots of pressure on this shot. She needs to get the off and the 20. Gets the 20. Not the off, though. All the pressure on this shot. If Mihály can score this 20, the Huszárik boys will win this round and the game. Is he able to do it? Taking an extra second to line up. And there it is. The Huszárik boys are the winners of this match and will take the third place spot of the Crokinole World Cup in Budapest, Hungary. We're going to see some replays here. That was awesome. See what the replays are. As we go through these, I just want to say great work on both these players to make it through the 14 teams to the semifinals. They did end up in the third place match, and they put on quite a show here. Very back and forth, but the Huszárik boys did take the victory. So good work to them, especially, and congratulations on the bronze placement, and good efforts as well from the team of Fast and Furi20s. Thank you for tuning in to Huszárik Crokinole. My name is Garrett Tracy from Tracy Boards. If you've been enjoying the competitive Crokinole coverage coming out of Budapest, Hungary so far, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Huszárik Crokinole, and tune in for the finals match, which will be coming out very shortly. See these final few shots, that mistake out of Árpád that gave Ádám the opportunity to get up in the 20s Cup, which he was able to convert on. Want to see this last shot here. This was extremely, extremely close. We see that one disc just catches a little bit, stays in the 5. And so much pressure on this last 20 for Mihály to take the victory. So great work on him again. I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you for tuning in. Make it a great day.
He's doing good.